Let's write a script, actually. We can try some of these new things out. Space, sci-fi, horror, right? Let's conquer that. I'm going to call this one Cthulhu. Just trying not to, you know, you get it. I think you get it. We're going to call this a science fiction horror. And I mean, I really could go all sorts of different things here, but let's say it's, let's go 60%. I kind of want to go 50-50, and then maybe a little action though. No history here. This is pure, I think maybe a little bit of thriller on this, I guess. Yeah, probably like a 35-25, 40%. I think we could do that. We'll go space with this one. All right, I'm obviously not sticking to what it, you know, what it's inspired by. I'm not really sticking to that, but I'm thinking our protagonist for this one is actually didn't even think about that. Let's go antagonist first. Antagonist is going to be, where'd it go? Evil, ancient evil. There it is. And then supporting characters. We have a mysterious guide for this one too. Sure. First victim definitely should happen. Damsel in distress should definitely happen. We don't really have a right-hand man per se for this. It's not there for this one. The protagonist in this case, I guess I'm going to make this I could make it a soldier. I could make it a retired legend. Not a cop. No clumsy oafs in this one. Yeah, I mean, I guess soldier kind of works here. Themes and events. We are going to have a big battle scene, probably. We're going to need lots of extras for that, which I don't have. We're going to need there's going to be a shootout of some kind. I probably should take the battle scene away because I don't have the extras for it. There's going to be, let's say, one last job. No. Man, I guess we will bring that back in. Battle scene is back in. And then in the final bit here, the evil is exposed and brought to light and vanquished, which totally works with ancient evil. You know that's what they want for that. What else we have here? Is that it? I think that's probably it. I think that's it. And we'll have I think I like the way this is working out here. Fairly fresh elements all around. The shootout maybe is a little bit, maybe just not. Is there anything I could replace the shootout with? I don't think so. I think the shootout kind of just works. It's with a soldier and everything too. Search for a killer is not really there. We could do the thrilling chase maybe, but it's not really there. Now I'm good with this. All right. And then I don't have a writer available right now, so we'll have, let's see, detective, action, thriller, action writer, adventure, comedy. Man, okay, we don't really have any writer that has an affinity for what I'm looking for in this, but we could hire Johnny Blair for very low rates on this one. This is a thriller, horror, science fiction. I have really no idea how good he's going to be on this, but yeah, I'm not going to pay $884,000 though. He likes comedy. I guess I could have you do this for 106. That might be okay. It's not a comedy though. So how well will you do without it being a comedy? 10 times more money for you instead of Johnny Blair. Yeah, I think we can raise, with our limitations and elements, I think we can raise it up from where Johnny starts. So we'll go ahead and have Johnny do this in 194 days. Woo. We'll go ahead and have him do this. Now, I think the reason why it takes 194 days for him to write this is because of the fact that I'm hiring. I think what it is the fact that I'm hiring that writer makes me currently with 8 writers, but that's not the case though. Like I have 7 writers and then he's the 8th, right? But I don't know if that's affecting his speed as a freelancer. So maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. Feelings in a Bottle is going to be released now too. Garbage Man did fantastic as well. It doesn't say this is wrong. This is incorrect. All these stats are wrong. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. That's completely reading incorrectly. What? It says I didn't make any money at all. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Make it make sense. Tell you what, let's do this. Because this is its like Garbage Man did fantastically, and then we released it again. So I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's happening here. Why is this the way it is? We're just gonna leave this in theaters. Go. I don't know what's going on there. Feelings in the Bottle can be released. There's just like everything, all the numbers are just wrong all the time. I don't know. This one worked out pretty. It's almost like it was showing me Garbage Man, but it was giving me the numbers from Crowns of Ulrich. Remember, like Crown of Ulrich did fantastic, but Garbage Man was giving me the wrong numbers. So it's weird that that's not making any money. It doesn't make sense. This one's pretty good. We can set this up to keep going as well. Let's say we go maybe about here. I'm actually out of theaters, which is interesting. So I'm gonna have to buy more. Let's go ahead and get more. We'll go about like this with our rented theaters. Yeah, we'll go about like this for our rented theaters, just to keep it going a little longer. And then we're gonna have to buy more. So let's go buy more theaters now. Factory's done. We got that. Very nice. And then boom, we got the other one too. So that's it. We've cleared factory. It did it. We did it. It happened in this video. And then we choose an additional policy from there. So factory is currently, of course, the current policy. You'll be able to unlock additional bonuses for this policy in the future, but you won't be able to adopt a different policy. Ooh. So you can just be like, go double down on the factory if you want to. That's very interesting. Or we can choose a new policy to take advantage of all of the other policies, but you won't be able to deepen any of them in the future. So we can deepen our factory if we want to. Very interesting. If I choose to go boutique, there won't be a chance to change your mind. I do want to go boutique. So we're going to go boutique here. Actors will establish themselves in any roles they play if the film wins the Pollux for Best Picture. We'll also see the development ceiling of all actors, directors, producers, and cinematographers and screenwriters. And attendance for films with an artistic rating of above 9 will fall 25% more slowly. Now, this film school is what I'm really going for here. We can advance the development of actors, directors, producers, cinematographers, and screenwriters. And that's really kind of what I'm looking for here. So now that I'm a boutique, I want to get the film school going, and we can get additional rewards for this too. So factory, we get to keep these rewards. Purchase new story elements to meet demands if we want to. We could do that. I haven't even looked at that yet. Studio writers will periodically submit ideas with high potential. That's going to start happening now. And we can choose 5 story elements that will remain fresh forever. I haven't obviously done that yet. And then our boutique is here. So we want to set up the film school now. We're going to build that. We can build that kind of anywhere we want. And I'm thinking I might build it over here by security, but nah, let's build it over here by our... I don't really know, man. And we're going to have to interact with this quite a bit, I think. So I could build it maybe over here by the power plant. I don't know if engineering is going to have a whole lot more, and if it does, I can always put it over here. So I think I'll put it over here by the power plant. Okay, let's start this with here. Well, yeah, we can start 50, 75. Yeah, 50% is okay. We'll start with 50% so we can get that running even faster, or get it running sooner. Okay, we got a B for the Kino Mark score on Feelings in a Bottle. I didn't know you could deepen them. That's interesting. Going really deep into factory might have been the better play. But I wanted to try out boutique. I wanted to try out the dynamics of shifting from trying to build a lot of, kicking out movies really fast in a mediocre way, and shift it to really focusing on the art is what I wanted to do anyway. Now, the real question I have here, though, is am I able to take advantage of the filming schedule stuff for films that fall in the range anymore? Technically, none of the films we're currently working on fall in that range, so I can't see that. But our current goal is to release a film starring 5 actors with artistic status. Actors and directors with artistic status will be more willing to work with you. So release a film starring 5 actors. Is it a single film? A single film with 5 of them? That's quite challenging because you'd have to have a script for that. I mean, we can write it, but I'd also have to have the talent for that. Do I even have 5 actors with artistic scores? There's 1, 2, 3, all women. 4 women. Everyone who has an artistic score, well, maybe I'm just looking at. No, that's what it is. Yeah. All my artsy fartsy people, they're all women. So I'd have to hire a man that has artistic talent. And I'm not, well, Harvey does, but he's not willing to work with me right now. And yeah, wow. There's just nobody. Oh, nope. These are popcorn scores. They're not artistic. Those are for like commercial appeal. So artistic status is just not present. There's only one man and he won't work with me. Oh, good. We should probably dig up for dirt on him. Let's look for dirt on him. See if we can get him to bite. Anyway, because I'm going to need him. So there are 5 people I can see. All right, technology is no longer being serviced. No Hesper 35 anymore. Now, I think we can keep shooting with it because we're shooting with it on this. Right, yeah, we're shooting with it here. I think the extra is still available, maybe. I don't know. Let's see, technology management. Yeah, the extra is still there. We can still use this. But I imagine this is probably going to be expiring pretty soon, too. I would think. I actually don't know. Maybe this goes away once we're done shooting with it. But we have this research underway for 185 days until we have the superior quality for this film, for this camera, and then we switch to this anyway. So it's okay. Yikes. Okay, well, I mean, Boutique, man, is that good? This film is killing it, and for whatever reason, Garbage Man, it just shows no money ever made. I just don't get it. No money made at all the first 4 weeks doesn't make any sense. It's made nothing. It actually shows a negative. There's no gross whatsoever for 4 weeks. It doesn't make any sense. Something is clearly messed up with that. Right? Like it doesn't, I have no idea what's going on here. The only thing I can think of is that No, that's not even that. I was going to say, if we have Conti as the director, maybe I wasn't supposed to be able to use him. So something glitched, but he's not the director in this. And it clearly worked as a film for releasing it because, like, what happened here? No tricks, of course, but like, what happened here? I don't get it. Did I release this film with no showings or something? Like, I'm very confused. I don't remember doing that. So Garbage Man is going to be a big loss, I guess, because it's making nothing. Now it's making money now. Somehow it's making money now. It had screenings. Look, week 4 screenings. Ad effect 90%, no attendance. It just glitched. I wonder if I should go reload it and see if it glitches again. Maybe it won't glitch next time. Okay, so to try to fix this problem, I decided I was going to go back to the beginning of this episode because that's how the autosave system works in this game. It only saves like twice a year in autosave. So you kind of have to go back to the beginning of this episode and kind of replay most of what we've already done. I haven't started any new films, and there are a few differences that are notable here. But the important thing is, by going back, whatever glitched this, it's now no longer glitched. Garbage Man is actually making money. I want to show you just a brief clip here. I'll show you this. This is what this looked like without me going back. And not only that, but this film did exactly what that one film did the first time we played this game, where it was stuck on the screen forever. It was going to be stuck in my calendar here in this spot forever. Even after I archived it, it was still here. Just glitched out at $0. So I wasn't making any money on it. It was just completely botched. And I have no idea why, but by going back, I've solved that issue. And this is no longer a problem. Now, that said, I've gone back before this happened. So we're not actually a boutique yet. But at least you have a little bit of a preview of what that's like when the Laughingstock ends up being released. But I really have no idea how that went down or why that did that. But that was a significant amount of money that I wasn't getting returned to me. And it was also, glitching on the screen again. All I've done is gone back. I didn't change anything about Garbage Man. It's just, it works now. So, okay. Here's what we have to do also. Selecting a demand. We have different demands that have popped up now too. I'll show you a couple of the other differences. We had some other things unlock, like themes and characters and stuff that are different than last time. So I want to look at those too, just to make sure you guys are caught up with that. So I'm leaning towards this. Hubert O'Brien. He's not that great, but it's a comedy. Plus 31% attendance during the first week of release sounds amazing. And if we can pull that off, it's a 260-day deadline. So what I thought I would do here, and I could also do Carl Morgan. I could also do Carl Morgan, though. He's a perfectionist. He's a 2.9, though. Yeah, I think this will be a bigger effect for us. He's a leader. Jazz perfectionist. Yeah, I think it's probably pretty good. So we can try to hire this guy. So we'll go in here. I'll get him for 3 movies. That's fine. $20,000 for 3 movies is nothing. So we'll go ahead and grab him. And we'll get started on a movie that fits this description. 50% comedy is what we need here. So I only have 2 days to accept this because I've been kind of focusing on other things. So a 50% comedy. Gone for Sunday would work. This would work. Yeah, it takes place in Victorian England. Most of these elements are really fresh, so this could work pretty well, I think. So why don't we start this? Again, there's a lot of differences, like things that we were doing before no longer are happening, but I needed to fix that film. It was bugging me that it was totally glitched again, and it was staying on the screen. I was like, I don't want this to snowball. It doesn't get better. It's just going to get worse. So I didn't want that to be a thing. Okay, so I'm going to put Jack Sharp maybe on this one would be okay. You can set this one to be on location, but on location shoots, they take longer. So I do want some stage to be used here too. This is a 1 location regardless, so we'll do 1 there. And it seems like that's pretty good. There's going to be some sound stages happening here, but that's fine. Filming technology, again, we use the extra. The other Hespero 35 is gone, so we'll use this extra until they take it away from me. And we'll just keep doing this. Producer for this one, we're going to put it as Alvin Boyd is probably a good one. Here he's on a timer as well. And then we want to go in here and get Hubert O'Brien here. Now, it just has to be a comedy. It doesn't have any other requirements, so we don't have to worry about it. Our spirited lady protagonist. Is this our all-female cast? Oh my god, this is the all-female... Yeah, this is our all-female cast. Okay. Well, Hubert O'Brien, you just got handed a very big responsibility all of a sudden, okay? Our spirited young lady. Probably should make sure it's actually a young lady. Man, would I like to get Wendy on this, huh? Wendy's not good enough for this role, but we're going to be boutique, so we want to get her. Anyway, where is Wendy Carpenter? Where is Wendy Carpenter? Right here. We want to get you, Wendy Carpenter. Since we're going to be a boutique with a film school, we want to get you back on contract. So I'm going to get you back for 3 years. I don't know why anyone else would want to hire you anyway, but we're going to just get you back in the list for 3 more years. Okay, just to make sure you're back in here. Not using you because I can't make you better. And 2.0, I can't make you better. But spirited young lady, let's say that our spirited young lady is going to be, it could be Gertrude. I guess it could be Gertrude. She's technically the youngest of all the women that I can use, and she has our true artist here. So that's 1. We can also do that. This could be my true artist movie. I just need another female artist, right? This is 5. If I use an artistic woman on each one of these roles, it could work. Our mysterious guide could be Teresa. Our strict parent could be Della Kester. That makes sense for a strict parent, but I kind of didn't want to use her for this film, but looks like we're going to. It's going to be up to an 8. Our femme fatale is going to be Opal, and our square enforcer can be Nellie. Now, if I swap Della Kester out, 1, 2, 3, 4, we would release this movie with 5 in the same movie, and we would satisfy the boutique rating, right? The boutique requirement. So all I need now is another woman with that. And we have Carol Brock right here, which I haven't even brought in yet. And she's really known for being the femme fatale, so I could just use this. So we did this last time. I just didn't do it this time because I was focused on the other thing. So let's use this, bring her in for a whole bunch of time. I don't know. And not movies, not time. That's expensive. So we'll bring her in. And I think I did the same thing last time, didn't I? Bring him in for 3 movies. Go. And now we have a movie that has 5 artistically recognized actors and actresses, right? We have that. We can take Opal out of this role, give it to Carol because she's known for that role. So that's fine. We could put Opal into the strict parent role, I guess. Now, I don't remember if that actually qualifies for the boutique, whether they need to have like an actual, you know, at least commanding presence, that kind of thing. I don't know if it does, but since most of the women have this, I'm going to use all the women in this movie, and that's just the way this is. So that's going to be good. I don't know if there's a requirement to how good the movie has to be. They're all very good, right? They're all fairly high up there in their skills and their professionalism and stuff. So this could work. And it's 175 days, it says. We can speed it up. I'm not sure if we can speed it up like enough, but we can try. So we have that, and we'll have that movie started. So now we have 1 day left. We'll go ahead and accept this demand, and we're locked in on that. Okay, so far, everything is mostly the same, but I did want to show you a couple of the differences. So let me just go into the story workshop really quick and give you an account of all the different elements that we have available, right? So you can see all these are all the same still. Our settings, I think these are all the same. I don't remember getting a new one. No, didn't get a new setting yet. Okay, I'm also locked. Thank you. Go back to genre, please. Let's just choose this. It doesn't really matter. I just want to continue to this part. Okay, so for protagonist, I have now, I thought there was a new one here that popped in. No, I think it was the antagonist. We have a new antagonist from before? Or no? Did we have... I think we had mad scientists and stuff. Yeah. So supporting characters, there was nothing new here. Was it just the theme then? I know there was something new. I think it might have been just the theme then. Ambush. Ambush was a new thing. Someone who's lured into a dangerous trap. So that's a new thing we have. I love that. That's great. We're definitely going to use that. And I thought there was one more, but maybe not. Oh, stagecoach robbery. We have stagecoach robbery now too. Someone attacks a stagecoach to rob its passengers or steal valuable cargo. So we've got that too. Great for Westerns, right? That'll work out really well. Historical things. And then on the finales, I don't think anything new is here either. So now you have an overview of everything that's available to us. Oh, this was another one that was new. So the 3 new things are all in the themes and events, which I think is fine. Final showdown is now a thing. Protagonist and antagonist meet in a decisive battle at the end. I love that. That's great too. We'll definitely have some great scripts for that. So loads of themes and events now. No excuses whatsoever to have anything go stale like this. There's no excuses for this after we have this many now. And on top of that, once we complete our factory here, which is going to happen in 3 days, once we complete that, we are then left with the ability to choose 5 story elements that will remain fresh forever. That's going to be tough. Like, which 5 do we do? Right, that's going to be tough. I feel like I want to pick things that are going to allow us to utilize them for the most possible films. And so for that reason, I'm thinking I want to pretty much focus almost entirely on supporting characters. I don't know. That's how I feel about it. We're definitely going to want Herman Watson back. He's awesome. We'll get him in here. 3 more movies for Herman. There you go, buddy. And I mean, there's just, yeah, here we go. So that's done. Studio writers will periodically submit ideas with high potential for commercial and artistic appeal. That's very nice. And we also have this now too. So once again, we can go into this if we want to. We can lock our current policy and go even deeper into it, or choose boutique, which is what I plan to do from the beginning. And so that's what we're going to do in this play really through here. So let's grab the boutique, let's select the policy, go ahead and do that. And now we're going to be able to hit film school and be able to develop people. What we want is to release a film starring 5 actors with artistic status. That's it. And we can. Then the next one is pretty hard. Sweep the Pollux Awards with the best picture, director, screenplay, actor, and actress in a single year. So difficult to do. Crazy hard to do. And then receive a Pollux for best film 3 years in a row. Also very challenging to do. And you have to, obviously play the game for 3 years to have it happen. So you can do it 2 years and then you miss it and then done. Now you might understand why I didn't choose Boutique to start with, because we would be sitting here with this one, probably sitting here with this one, honestly, for this whole time. Factory was definitely a better one to start with. Boutique, I think, is a great one to end with, because if you can do this, you win the game as far as I'm concerned. So we're going to do that. We're going to put our film school back in. I still don't remember where I had this. I think I initially put it. Oh, it's glitched on me. Okay, I need to wait. I'll place it, but it's trying to prompt this at the same time I'm building. All right, Don Armando Conti says that Ricardo is so happy. I hope success doesn't go to his head. We're gonna get 60 GP for that, which is really nice. Let's go ahead and build our film school. So that also was glitched. You didn't see it, but I did. And I was gonna show that to you as well. The film school, I'll just show it to you here. It's over top of the video now. Film school was also glitched. It was no longer building. The building was just stagnant. I would have to demolish and rebuild it. So something was going on with that save, and I just don't want to deal with it. I just don't want anything to do with that. So we're going to go in and get our film school policy building started again. I might not build it there just in case. I don't know. I'm paranoid here. So why don't I put it maybe over here? Maybe right here. I'll put it right here next to all these things. And I think I will start at Luxta Constructions just so I can really start getting the benefits of that quickly, and then we can always repair the building later. So we'll start that. Now I have this above it. I can actually see that it is being built. Okay. Let's say is going to be an 8.0 script. It has some stale elements because of social rejection, but we can prolong it. We can delay it. We don't need to release films right away. We can start to slow down a little bit and really work on high quality pictures and developing really great characters. Also, the fact that this thing is an 8 after filming with Jane Fisher in it is fantastic. And you can also see now, because we are a boutique, you can see things like this. So Jane Fisher can get up to 9. We can see the development ceiling of all actors, directors, producers, cinematographers, and screenwriters. We can see what this is before we get there. So I know that Alice Phillips can be a 9. I know Jane Fisher can get all the way up to 9. So we can definitely start using her more. Herman's going to max out at 9 as well. Ralph is just going to be a 10. So we can see that stuff now before they get there. That's pretty helpful too. Okay, so let's go editor. And again, we can see their limits. So I know that Emma is going to max out at 7. And we kind of don't want her to touch this, to be honest. I'll go composer here. Raphael's going to max out at 9, but I can use him to keep this pinned, hopefully, at 8. We can use our own studio for that, use it for this, use it for this. This might be the last film we do in a third-party concert hall, because we have our own building right now. So that part's building also over here. Laughing Stock's going to get a B-. I think we saw that last time. The thing that might have screwed it up, I don't know this, but the thing that might have screwed it up was using Ricardo Conti on another film, like having him work on a film before that thing popped up. Like if I put him on another film before that's done, that's when things started going haywire, right? So maybe that's the problem. Maybe I secretly thought that was the case, or not so secretly. I think I said that. It might have glitched it. But yeah, Bernard can get up to, looks like a 7. Christina's going to cap out at 7. Sally's going to cap out at 7. And then Nellie's going to be, Nellie or whatever is going to be done at 7 too. So we can develop them further, right? So Laughing Stock is done there. Protagonist rescues a hostage. Okay, we need to think about this. What kinds of things do we want to lock in place, right? We can click the assembly line and we can preserve story elements now. We have the power to do that. So we can choose 5 story elements that will remain fresh forever. Anything we want, right? And we don't have to choose all 5 now. We can wait, because we're going to be developing, we're going to be seeing more. right? So we don't want to lock them in now because we might get a new one we want to use a lot, right? So what I'm thinking is things we use a lot are like sidekick. I think we use sidekick quite often. There's a lot of different types of stories that sidekick works with. Likewise, on that note, rival also works with a lot of different things. It can be a competing agency to find criminals like Lestrade and Sherlock Holmes, right? That kind of thing. A rival could be for the love triangle thing. It's another person that's interested in your gal, that kind of thing. Rival can be worked with a lot of different things. Maybe you're someone else going to find the same treasure, right? Lots of different things. So I think sidekick and rival are good ones to lock. Now I start getting into we're probably going to see differently. I think everyone's going to see differently. I really, sidekick is a great one, I think. But depends on what kind of movies you want to make. I want to make a lot of different ones, right? A lot of different movies. And some of these work with plenty of movies. Others are fairly niche, right? I don't know about, a tribal chief. That's a little niche. Evil witch. I don't think any of these. We can make lots of different varieties of movies and use a variety of different antagonists and protagonists. I don't think that's a problem. Themes and events, though, we do have some things that we use more than others. We do seem to have that. Struggle for a Better Life. This is one that we use quite often. I actually have 3 directors that are well known for this, so we should probably use that a lot. I don't know if it's the better one to lock. A Shootout is used quite often. If we're going to make any action movies, especially as we get into the future here, we're going to start seeing sci-fi stuff. We're going to start seeing, soldiers, cops. There's lots of opportunities here for action movies, especially to have guns, to have shootouts. So maybe locking Shootout would be an okay thing, so we don't overuse it, right? So we could play with this. We could see, how it is. I think initially I'm going to probably want to just lock the 2 that I have. These ones for sure. If I say element preservation here, I'm hoping it doesn't lock me for all 5. That would suck. Oh, you chose not to. I don't know. I'm not going to put it past this game to do that. So I'm going to save it really quick. Let me just go in and hit the save button on this now. We'll do a new YouTube 30. Yeah, this is YouTube 30 -2, because my initial 30 saved is not something I'm going to use. All right, there we go. And then I want to go back over here and let's see about preserving those 2. So we want to go sidekick as 1, and we want to go rival as the other. I think these are 2 that we should lock. So if I hit this button and confirm it, you're only going to lock those 2. Now I can choose others. Okay, good. So now we can use sidekick as often as we want. It is always fresh. Rival, same thing, always fresh. If there's something else that you think I should lock, let me know down in the comments what you think is a good one to lock. If you play this game too, what are the kinds of things that you tend to lock? I think there's a case to be made for themes and elements, but there's also a lot of them. So we don't need to use them all the time. We can be very diverse in this. To our supporting characters, there aren't that many, and they really add a good amount to the game, right? Especially with multiple types of usages with things. So I think those 2 are really good ones. Do you have other ideas on what are really good ones? Maybe overcoming self-doubt. There aren't that many conclusions either, so maybe we can hopefully find some new finales here, because we don't have a whole lot of those either. Rescuing the hostage is already stale, but there's going to be less and less excuse for having stale elements here as we unlock more and more going forward. So if you have an idea of some stuff that you think I should lock, let me know in the comments. But right now, I'm just gonna lock those 2, because I'm pretty sure those 2 are gonna be things I'm using all the time in a lot of movies. Even if I go through the scripts that I have already done here, I'm betting. Now, it'd be a bad bet to make here, but I was saying I'm willing to bet that we have sidekicks and stuff. These are scripts I didn't write, so I mean the ones I write, like Last Action Hero, right? We have a soldier, angry boss, worried wife, heroes in uniform, evil monster. Shootout is in this one too, right? So that one doesn't have a sidekick. It really should, though. The real movie had a sidekick. He was a kid, but he had a sidekick. We have Knight, Murderer. Okay, so maybe not as often as I suspect, but that's okay. These are scripts I didn't write, so it's okay. I'm going to use more and more. Here's a rival. So there's a rival. This one's fresh, right? And what else do we have here? So this one here also sidekick. So we have these are going to get used. There's another rival right there. There's a sidekick right there, right? So a lot of these scripts are going to start having this stuff, I think, pretty often. So definitely let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I think that's probably better. We're going to stop here. This is a better place to stop now. So not glitched is a better place to stop, right? Garbage Man actually making money, not glitched. Very good. Thank you for watching. We'll see you. Bye-bye.